All right, guys, good morning. Stephen Benoon with Israeli News Live, and we've already opened up a can of worms. Somebody's already made a video about me. Stephen Benoon calls Rick Warren brother. Yes, I did, but not the Rick Warren that I do not care for at all, which is this Rick Warren from Saddleback Church. Anybody that knows anything about me and this Rick Warren here, I've really looked at Rick Warren here, and I hate to say it about the man, but he has betrayed the entire Christian humanity, selling out to the Pope of Rome and the agenda of Rome. And all you guys know that I believe this to begin with. So there's only one person I've seen in the comments on my video last night. Now, I was not even thinking about it at the time. I have to admit, I wish I would have thought, okay, Rick Warren, Saddleback Church, Rick A. Warren from North Carolina, not California. I didn't think that to associate in that moment of dealing with Mosul. Oh, by the way, there's two Rick Warrens, by the way, and this is not the same guy. I should have said that, but I was too caught up with the issue of Mosul. But then again, you got people that jump right to making a video about it. Oh my gosh. Anyway, this here is Richard A. Warren. He is a Christian. He stands for Israel. You think Richard Warren of Saddleback Church would have the Israeli flag on his website? I don't think so. But anyway, Brother Rick, I apologize, brother, that I'm here on your Facebook page publicly, but I got to help the people to realize who you are. And I know that if you went to the About, anybody could see this publicly anyway. Rick is from New Jersey. And he's married to Heather Warren, not Kay Warren, unless Saddleback guy got a new wife. So this is funny as all get out. He also has a wonderful, wonderful Facebook page he just started. So those of you that want to go and join this group, End of Days, I think Rick's got a wonderful page right here that you ought to consider being a part of. He's a very strong Christian, and Rick strongly supports the work that we're doing as well. He's only got 560 members, 177 new ones have come on since we actually posted on Israeli News Live. But it is a different Rick Warren altogether, and as I said in the comments, one person actually noticed that, but then it doesn't take long before videos get made about you. And again, the brother that made it, he's been listening for a long time. He also commented about Russia on the video as well. And let me make a clear statement on Russia as well. I do not support President Putin in the regards of, do I think one nation is greater than the other? But clearly, if we don't look at the evidence of what's happening in the Middle East and realize who is instigating this whole conflict here, then something's wrong. How many Americans realize that the Obama administration and Hillary Clinton, if she becomes president, will lead our entire nation into a global conflict? It's exactly what's going to happen. Putin has no desire to attack America. He has no desire to come against NATO whatsoever because Putin knows he would probably lose in a ground war to begin with. His only deterrent is that he has a huge nuclear arsenal. When it comes to Syria, the one thing about Putin there is that had the United States quit backing all the thugs that are in the country, the war would probably be coming to an end. I do know biblical prophecy. I understand that all these things are going to happen no matter what happens, just like we're seeing in Mosul. Now the United States, and they've all come in on Mosul, and that's going to fulfill prophecy. They're going to be driven out of there completely. So yes, these things are going to happen. Prophecies are going to fulfill no matter what. I know that, and I've always stated, if Russia comes against Israel, which a lot of people believe that Russia will, I question that because I don't believe that Russia is Gog. I do believe that Obama is Gog. That is not, see, Gog is not a people. And I know that's a little differing opinion. And I know since Nathan, the young man that had the near-death experience, that's what kind of got me looking at that. And I've had several other people that have researched this heavily that have also believed the same thing. So, at any rate, the thing is, it's not a matter of one nation over the other. My point is that I see is the leaderships of the nations and what they're doing. And right now, if anybody thinks that Obama is some wonderful, great Christian president leading the nation to victory and to free all the world of Islamic terrorists, then please tell me, because I'm missing something. We see the Obama administration has backed ISIS. They created ISIS. We see that they have been heavily involved with every terrorist group in the Middle East to destabilize nations. If anybody doesn't seem to recognize that, then we have a problem. Russia, on the other hand, yes, they do have friendship with Iran. I don't like that at all. I think it's a terrible thing because Iran has clearly stated they would like to wipe Israel off the face of the map. In Iran, even if they are quote-unquote against Israel government, but not the Israeli people, why would they say they will wipe Tel Aviv and Haifa off the map? See, so I don't agree with this type of stuff whatsoever, and I think it's kind of crazy that Putin would side with them. But, you know, Putin is looking for whatever ally he can get if he has to face with NATO. That's where this comes from. And not to mention that Assad is close with the Iranians as well. And supposedly this is what derailed the whole program. Anyway, back though here to Rick Warren, I just wanted to kind of clarify that as well. You know, you have to understand, I've always, let me just clear this up as well too. I've always been against the Zionist, when I say the Zionists, I'm against the political Zionist movement of the Rothschilds that they started from the beginning. But however, I know that through what they did, it has brought the genuine Jewish people into the homeland where they will recognize the Messiah in the very coming days or months or whatever, or even years, whatever that may be, when God reveals Himself to them. That's something I believe as well. But when it comes to, you know, the nations that will come against Israel, the Bible says all nations will come against Israel. So eventually Russia will as well. And I will not be supportive of them when they do that either. I'm not supportive of any nation that comes against Israel. I'm not supportive, though, either of our government that goes around and brings about tyranny in, as far as the Israeli government either. You know, we have to understand, we have to live in peace in Israel, even amongst our neighbors. But then again, I also recognize who influences the terrorism inside of Israel, and then what causes reactions on both sides. There's a lot of issues there, guys, a lot of them. But right now, the new issue is Rick Warren. Rick, God bless you, brother. Sorry about that they got you mixed up with the other Rick Warren, and I don't even know if they're related. Maybe they are. Who knows? I have no idea. But at any rate there, no, it's totally different Rick Warren altogether. Rick A. Warren is not from Saddleback Church. He's just a completely different guy altogether. And let's see here. I don't want to go into his photos and stuff because I don't know how his privacy is on his page there. But it is a different Rick Warren. It's not this guy right here completely. And I would think anybody that knows me long enough and well enough knows that I have always been against Rick Warren since his stand with the Catholic Church. And I never got into his purpose-driven life or any of these things here. Never had anything to do with any of that, so I never was part of that. And again, maybe videos like this will end up disappearing, and then some people might take into consideration that do a little thinking before you make videos that are not true. I'm Stephen Benoot with Israeli News Live.